Thank you, Nicky. Good morning, BNI and visitors. For some reason, throughout history, estate agents have been given a needlessly bad reputation. So I thought I'd attempt to disprove this today. I'll start with a bit of audience participation, if you don't mind. If I could kindly ask everyone to stand in the room, first of all. Thank you very much. Don't worry, John, you stay seated. Could I ask to please stay standing if you've ever had the pleasure of using or dealing with an estate agent at some stage in your life? It's a good start. All right, one. Now please stay standing if you found the whole experience a magical and joyous journey from start to finish, and in turn cannot wait to buy or sell your next premises. Okay, right, we'll scrap that idea. Instead, okay, continuing with the audience participation, can anyone actually name any of the most hated UK professions according to a recent online vote carried out by the Daily Mail? Yes, please. Estate agents are in there.
Traffic wardens.
Politicians.
Double guys in Southend.
Thank you.
Thank you. In fact, if you said politicians, as in here in the room, you'd be wrong.
Oh.
Did anyone say professional footballers? You'd be wrong. Solicitors. Despite my vote, sadly, we're wrong. They did not feature in the top five. So, in reverse order. In at number 5, surprisingly, bus drivers.
Oh. That is harsh.
Yeah, I thought like.
Up 3 places into number 4 this year, motorcycle couriers. In 3rd place, hey Kevin, the estate agent, might know, 3rd place. Straight in at number 2, bouncers. And a point to Vicky at the back, traffic warden straight in at number 1. Well, what does this teach us? If nothing else, it gives me my latest tagline. Ayers and Cruiks, not as bad as bouncers. So why use Ayers and Cruiks? Please note, some of the images portrayed in this presentation do not necessarily depict those of their real life counterparts. Now, established in 1997 by Steve Ayers and Kevin Crooks, Ayers and Cruiks have grown to become the area's largest specialist firm of commercial property agents, property managers and chartered surveyors. Ably assisted by myself and my colleague Darryl Clark, we pride ourselves in providing clients with professional advice born out of over 50 years of commercial property experience. Our accreditations include membership to the Royal Institute of Chartered Surveyors, the National Association of Estate Agents, and also being the most active agent in Essex for 5 consecutive years. All this is very well from a landlord, a property owner's point of view, but what do you do if you're a new business? Who should you contact? What do you do when you're just starting out on this journey in search of your fortune? Why contact Ayers and Cruiks? More importantly, when do you contact Ayers and Cruiks? Before you make that call, you need to establish your business plan. What type of shop are you going to open? You've got your business plan, you've got your shop sorted. Is it now time to contact Ayers and Cruiks? No. Your next job, your business name. Now, I've spoken about this before. You need to establish your awesome business name. You want to open a convenience store. Planet of the Grapes. Tequila Mockingbird. Or my personal favourite, Amy's Winehouse. So you've got your business plan. You've got your awesome name. Now it's time to contact Ayers and Cruiks. No. The third job is to work out your costs, your outgoings, your budget. What do you need to take into account? You need to take into account your rent, your business rates, your buildings and contents insurance. Tony can help you with that. Service charges, if there's any. A lot of the blocks have service charges for the communal areas. Legal costs, again, sadly we'll have to speak to a solicitor with regards to the costs. Sort out your deposit. Normally you're looking at 3 months, but this can be negotiated subject to references and obviously your utility bills. So now, no, it's still not time to contact Ayers and Cruiks. Your best bet is do your initial property search. Have a look at your Rightmove, Property Link, Estates Gazette, Move Hut, check the Ayers and Cruiks website. Do your initial property search, have a look, see what location you need, get your shortlist together. So what next? You've got your business plan, you've got your awesome business name, you've got your costs, your budget, and you've got your property shortlist. Surely it's time to contact Ayers and Cruiks. It's time for me to do some work. So you've got your search, you've done your search online, you've found your short list of properties, you're trying to narrow them down. You contact me after several viewings, we're out and about, a couple of days work, we've viewed all the properties we want, we've narrowed them down. The first one is too small. Shop B is far too big and out of price range. The third shop is far too remote, there's no footfall. And the fourth shop, it's just too on fire. But you've got your dream property. You found it. Number 5, on a bustling retail parade. The heavy footfall, it's fantastic decorative order, and it's overpriced. There it is. What now? It's time to make your offer. It's time to make a sensible offer. But being a newbie, what do you include? Rents are not set in stone. These can be offered on. As far as the term of lease, most landlords are looking at a minimum 3 years. Anything upwards, obviously, the more the better from their point of view. There's nothing stopping you offering a break clause in that term. Now, this allows the tenant, after 12 months, if it's not worked, they obviously, subject to a reasonable amount of notice, they can determine the lease. Any incentives, they might need work. Any rent reductions, any rent-free you might want to include. Obviously you sort out an ideal occupation date between yourself and the landlord to suit. Deposit, as I said, is normally 3 months, and any special conditions, any landlord works you need doing from that point of view. You've made your offer. Now comes the waiting and the chasing. Your offer's been submitted. Now, after numerous phone calls, texts, emails, more phone calls, I will eventually phone you back and inform you that your offers have been accepted. At this stage, it's now time for both parties to instruct their solicitor to begin legal proceedings. Well, what next? The offer's been agreed, it's more chasing, more waiting. Now, in my experience, this process normally takes, on average, 6 to 8 weeks from start to finish. If it takes longer, blame Helen. Eventually, after further waiting, both parties are invited to sign the paperwork, and you are now instructed to part with your rent and deposit, etc. Barring no further delays, we finally get the call that your lease is completed. The keys are yours. It's time to celebrate. Now go and sell some stuff. That's me, Mick Nauman, Ayers and Cruiks. Thank you for listening.
Any questions for the lovely Mr. Nauman?
Good stuff. Covered it. Nailed it.
Oh, go on. I was just going to say, who's your ideal client? Who are you looking for from the group?
Ideal referrals do range. Any property owners, any landlords, multi-lets, any management, or, like I said, any new tenants starting out, looking for premises, current businesses looking to expand, looking to downsize, pretty much across the board.
You said that one of the things in there was a break, something or other.
Break clause, yes. What you'll find, if for example you've got a 3-year lease, you can, from a landlord's point of view and a tenant's point of view, you can have a tenant break clause within that. So, for example, if you can see the business is not working, or you are looking to expand after 18 months, subject to normally 3 months notice period, you can actually come out of the lease, determine the lease on the 18-month period. So then you're not tied in and you're not liable for the lease for the next 3 years. David?
My lease is due to run out in the next year. The rent's just gone up £200 a month. I agreed initially. What do you reckon the chances are of me negotiating with the landlord on it and getting a slight change?
The fact that Ayers and Cruiks manage your property is really unlikely. If it's been agreed, I mean, I don't know how far it's gone with regards to the terms. Is there anything in writing to?
Yeah. I mean, it's a slim shot, but
You can try. Just don't speak to me on it. Yes, please, Vicky.
My partner frequently sees a sold board going outside a commercial property and goes, oh, have I on that? And I didn't know it was for sale. So if somebody's got like a particular property that they think they'd really like to know about, should it be about to go on the market, would you be interested in hearing from them?
Yes, I mean the other side of it, which we don't get too much of, mainly because it's not really advertised, is the acquisition side. Now we can actually act for tenants or buyers in their search. So if they've got a specific area they want, or they've got a specific shop they want, we can actually act on their behalf and try and get the best for them in order to put that through. So technically our fee is then paid by the buyer, not by the owner. Yes, please, Kevin.
Nick, question for you. I'm in a shop at the moment, as you know. My lease comes up in 2 years' time. As a sitting tenant, the leaseholder, do I automatically get an opportunity to renew, or will I have to negotiate from scratch, or what would I do in my position there? If I want to stay, if I want to go?
Come the end of the 2.5 years, if your lease is contracted inside the Landlord and Tenant Act, which obviously Helen will explain further as well, you have the automatic right to renew the lease, subject to agreement of any reviews you've got at that point. There are ways and means that the landlord can obviously take occupation, but I tend to find that the only way that they will take occupation is if they choose to redevelop, or if they want to take occupation themselves, which in your case is very unlikely.